Hello.
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 Hi, kitty! We are back on the floor of our hotel room. Welcome. Und bienvenido. Welcome. Many moons ago, in a far off place. Sorry, that's a whole other musical. I made a video where I may or may not have read some of my old ass writing from when I was very young, and it was really terrible.
Nice.
And I spent the entire time laughing at my stupid self for ever putting those words in that order on those pages.
It's gonna be fun.
It was bad. But you guys requested it. We're doing it again. I'm doing it again, but this time I have a guest.
Yes.
Sammy's going to be reading the shitty writing from my youth. In the last video, a few of you did request numbers, so I'm going to find those first. So the first number was 217. Oh no. Oh no.
I already like the title and I can barely even read it. But I can see it slightly and I think it definitely says, "You are my fiance." What?
Let me
find out who her fiance
me explain. This was a little later than the very youthful things. This was my obsession with J-dramas, similar to K-dramas.
Love J-dramas so much.
The concept is with Japanese people. That's what you know. Main character, Motoki Takahara, because I fucking love Motoki from Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon live action. Love him. I think the main girl is Kozue, because that's one of the Japanese names I am obsessed with. Tanimura Kozue. So this is a J-drama. The concept of a sham engagement.
Yes.
Or a contractual engagement.
Okay.
That's all I'll tell you. 24,641 words.
So definitely a longer one.
55 pages. Let's give a little intro of Motoki. You read as far as you want. Okay.
Motoki Takahara had always been close to his grandparents, especially his grandfather. They were always looking out for him while his parents were off on business trips and such. His grandparents would watch him and prepare him to become a man. Motoki looked up to his grandparents as they were strong and able people, even in their old age. Oh, so sweet. He never doubted their judgment once as a child, and they always supported him to become the strong man he was today.
Yeah.
He always did as he was told by them, because he knew it was for his own good, and whatever they were saying was coming from years of experience. They had guided him through his toughest times. When he first decided he wanted to become a professional tennis player.
Oh yeah. Okay, we're also in Prince of Tennis time. This is I'm watching Hanayori Dango and Prince of Tennis.
God.
This is this phase.
Hanadon forever.
Hanadon for fucking ever.
When his first girlfriend broke up with him, and when he lost his first match.
I know.
They always comforted him and let him be who he wanted to be. One day, Motoki was about to go train abroad in tennis. Wow. Impressive.
Yeah.
His grandparents had wanted him to do it, so he would broaden his horizons and become a man of status for the woman of his future.
Yep.
Important, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
He was confused by this, but trusted they were looking out for him. As he boarded the plane, his grandfather had pulled him aside and told him, "When you come back, your fiancé will be waiting for you." And he was thrust onto the plane.
He just tossed him in. Oh boy.
So far, so good.
Yeah. Okay.
Really pulled into this one, guys.
There's your intro. So here's the time jump. Motoki goes, comes back, and we're gonna meet Kozue. I'll say he was getting beat up on the street, the grandpa, and Kozue saved him because she's a bad bitch.
Wow,
was
bad
a motorcycle
bitch.
And everything. I know the scene I want to read. That is Kozue getting roped into this.
I just think it's so cool that she has this many writings from back in the day.
It's bad.
She was so into it, and I just think that's the best part, that she was like right in these being like, yeah, this is awesome.
I want the reveal of Kozue realizing she's stuck in this. Because she ends up taking care of the grandparents. Because they bond after she saves him. And then they're like, repay the favor. And because Grandpa saw how she was living. Also, there's like, Kozue's on the run from bad people. So she's like, cool, free room and board where no one can track me. I'll stay with these people.
Oh God. Oh God. What just happened? Am I ready?
I don't think you are. Kozue's been asked to make curry.
Oh.
She makes the curry.
Makes curry.
Good stuff.
Good.
And then she goes to bed.
Okay.
She's tired because Motoki is coming home. But he's very late. And okay, so the grandparents told her that their grandson is coming over. And she assumes this is a 10-year-old or something. She does not realize this is a fully grown man.
And how old is she?
In her 20s.
Okay, so they're both in their 20s?
They're both in their 20s.
Okay.
And she does not realize they're setting her up.
Okay, okay.
And that they've also put her up in his room. I'm gonna read you this.
Okay.
Motoki is here. He comes in and he says, oh, how cute. Grandma made you a kid's birthday party. Oh, that's his friend, sorry. Oh, how cute. Grandma made you a kid's birthday party. Ken teased and unwrapped the plate of treats Kozue had made and plopped one in his mouth. Hey, these are really good. He handed one to Motoki, who tried it. Wow, I've never had this before. It's really delicious. Oh, look, there's curry. Ken immediately dished himself up a plate and stuffed his face. The curry is great, too. Your grandmother must have done something to the old recipe. It tastes sweeter. Like love. He gobbled more down. I don't know about that. Motoki tried a spoonful. It does taste different, though. He thought about it. Come on, I'm tired. The two men headed upstairs to the guest room where Motoki said goodnight to Ken. Motoki headed into his own room, which was pitch black. He didn't even notice Kozue sleeping in the bed. He changed into his nightclothes, which consisted of basically just his boxers, and he crawled into the bed. Kozue adjusted in her sleep to, snuggle up to him, and Motoki snuggled up to her. Suddenly the two realized what they were doing, and their eyes shot open. No one had ever heard Kozue scream that loudly before. What the hell are you doing in my bed? She shouted and kicked him out. She used every martial arts technique she knew to beat the crap out of Motoki. This is my room. Who the hell are you? Motoki screamed back as he tried to fight back, but Kozue was fast and a black belt. Ken, Sachiko, and Yusuke, their grandparents, ran into the room. Kozue-chan, that's our grandson, Yusuke shouted, but Kozue couldn't hear him. Motoki caught her wrist and pushed her back, trying to stop her. Motoki, that's your fiancé. Motoki and Kozue stopped fighting. End episode 1, because this was definitely written to be a drama.
I can visualize it.
There you go.
You know what I'm actually visualizing, which is crazy, and I'm trying to remember which. It was a Korean drama. Where she stayed at their house. But she was like, they thought she was the dumb girl, and he was becoming the doctor. What is that one?
I don't watch a lot of Korean dramas, so I could not tell you.
They made it a Japanese drama, though, too.
Oh, wait. Oh, Itazuru no Kiss.
The kiss one.
Mischievous Kiss.
Yes! I can see that setup, like, upstairs, like they had it in that show. Do you remember that?
Yeah. There's You Are My Fiancé. That's all you're going to get to read of that, because it just gets a lot worse from there. There's one of my early Japanese dramas that I ever wrote.
That was really good.
I mean, legitimately, though, like, that still could be a drama. That would still be a ridiculous, like, I can tell you Matsujun is starring as Motoki right now in that.
I would approve of said option.
If we go back to 2004, yeah, he would.
What was the other number?
78. Is this just a plot? Oh yeah, that's just a plot.
I will happily read the plot.
This is literally, it's just a plot and 6 characters. That's all this is. It was never written, I just wrote it down.
I'm so ready for this.
Oh, they all have code names. This is called the Kinesis system.
Kinesis?
Because of like telekinesis, pyrokinesis.
Oh!
I was obsessed with that. Like the movie Firestarter with Drew Barrymore.
Yes.
Love, obsessed. You want to read the plot summary?
Yes.
I remember like nothing about this. I probably wrote this one day and then forgot about it for the rest of my life.
I cannot wait. I can already tell you that the word terrorist is a part of it.
Great!
A government agency and a terrorist association are after these 5 people who have extreme kinetic powers, and they rate them on how dangerous they are. The terrorists want to use them to power their machines.
Oh my god, it is just like the other
over
one.
the US.
It's just like the Three Sisters
Yes.
of Pain. No, Breaking the Rules. Wait, no, which one? Whichever was fueling. No, it was Three Sisters of Pain. In the last episode where they're fueling a machine. What is this idea in my brain?
Government wants to protect them and understand their powers and test if they really are dangerous. Well, I mean, at least they're testing for something important. Characters. Ba-ba-da! Dinah, also known as
Guy.
the Walking Death. She is the most powerful and dangerous of the 5 people. She is severely psychokinetic.
Yeah, psychokinesis. Oh, this was also during Rose Red, when they made that TV movie of Rose Red, because psychokinesis was the main. That's definitely in this phase. Yep.
A touch no. What's a touch no?
Touch no is a clairvoyant. So like they touch. Oh, it's what's the actual term? Psychometry, which is you touch something and you can get reading. Psychometry. But I didn't. It was called a touch. It's again touch no is straight out of Rose Red. I remember that. I'm a touch no. Yeah.
She can see dead things. The next character, Damien. The
love interest. Definitely love interest.
Drainer. He is the most powerful boy. He can drain all machines and electrical forces and regenerates their power to supply his own pyrokinetic and electrokinetic powers.
Yeah, electrokinetic. Yep.
Love the next name, but I'm just partial.
I forget what's the next name.
Matilda.
The
Shaker.
I remember nothing about this now.
She is the 3rd most powerful of the 5. I really appreciate how she's literally naming
I've ranked them.
The rankings. The rankings are important. She's the 3rd most powerful of the 5. She has slight geokinetic powers. She can cause earthquakes. That's how she put it in there. As well as a small amount of meteor kinetic powers.
Yes. So raining rocks.
She's an earthbender.
Raining down rocks from the sky.
Damn it, I really wanted her to be an earthbender.
I mean, she is, because she's geokinetic, which is earthbending. Yeah. I believe I had not seen Avatar when I wrote this. I didn't see Avatar until like my 4th, until I came back from Japan in college.
Did you look up The Dragon Prince? So The Dragon Prince is a new anime series. It's on Netflix. It's the voices from the Avatar. You can like instantly tell, Sokka! It's you! I love it. Yeah. It's really good.
You know who Zuko is, right?
No, who?
From Hook, he's Rufio.
No,
you didn't know that? You didn't know that?
That makes my heart so happy.
Rufio.
Rufio. Oh! We got 3 more to go. But
okay, 3 more characters after Matilda.
Kellen. He is the iceberg.
Kellen is definitely the love interest of Matilda then. I always paired them off, and then there was one solo boy usually.
Looks like it.
Yeah. Wait, there's 6 characters.
There is, but there's...
Oh, that's because it's the...
Yes,
yeah.
So
it's always... I'm always 5 because I'm Power Ranger girl, okay? I'm always got that Power Ranger dichotomy. That's how I was raised, okay?
So he is the 4th most powerful of the 5. He has polar kinetic powers and also has a lot of super strength. Next we have Eric, the mover.
Oh.
He's Eric.
Oh, he's spelled like the Phantom of the Opera, Eric.
Exactly.
Yep.
He is the 5th most powerful of the 5. He has major telekinetic powers and also has
them.
Super senses.
He's Spider-Man.
Finally, we have Dr. Ling, man in charge of them at the government.
That's the government. And that's it.
Scene over.
That's all that's there.
Jackson.
That is it.
Woo!
You get nothing more. I never wrote it. I just wrote down the idea and
I'm
then
ready for this one,
let
guys.
it go away.
I'm ready for this one.
God, when did I even write that? Whenever Rose Red came out, that's when I wrote that.
It's been a while.
It's been a long time. Where's the phone? Hey Siri, when did Rose Red come out on TV?
I don't really know.
Fuck you, Siri.
2002.
2002.
Wow, that
Oh, I was fresh out of hospital.
only 18 years ago. Wow, time is flying, yeah.
You get to pick the last one.
Oh god.
Do you want to look through or do you want to pick a random number?
I'm gonna go for like whatever title just really speaks
Whatever
to me.
speaks to you.
Okay, I feel like my favorite one thus far, I have no idea yet.
Oh no!
We're just gonna go for it.
Let's, alright, open. I
I'm
have no
ready.
idea. I've actually, wait,
She
what
has
is it?
no idea yet.
Wait, oh, there's the pen name. Eugene
Once again,
Chichinongo.
Eugene Chichinongo
Chichinongo.
has made a comeback.
Back at it
everybody.
again. Oh god.
We have, it's only 1,100
What?
words. So it's
What is this?
a loud thud of a gavel
It's
echoed
4
throughout
pages.
a great hall filled with politicians, military officers,
I'm
and
so-
elite officials.
I am so anti-military
Oh
in
my
all of my
gosh.
stories. Boy, this must be a prologue scene. I don't even finish.
I just think we should go from like, I'm just gonna read the end one for you real
All right,
quick here.
read the end sentence
The end paragraph.
and paragraph.
A girl with long red hair sat curled up in a chair, reading a book. Sounds like someone I know.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Surrounding the room were various plants and trees, like in a greenhouse.
That's a dream.
There was soft, classical music playing in the background, and she occasionally sipped a cup of tea that was sitting on a glass table next to her. The doorbell rang, and she looked up. Scene.
That's it. That's where I stopped. What even was this? I really have no idea
Things
yet.
That you haven't even like.
What?
You can make so many stories.
I
out of
can't
these.
even
don't
tell
know.
you when I wrote this.
Your imagination was there as a kid.
Oh god, the names are so bad in this one. Chancellor Davith.
Lord Gerald.
Gaver. Rodin is another name.
She's always down with these crazy names, though. Let's play, Seth, she flirted.
Why didn't you pick another girl to do your dirty work? We need all 3 of you. I'm sorry, but it's a dire situation. How dire? Davith is going to try releasing the beast. Oh, that dire. Aubrey said, and let out a sigh. Fine, fine, but after this is over, I get a longer vacation. As you wish.
I would just like to point out that her wittiness and attitude was always in her writing.
I don't know what you're talking about. You can pick another one. Just because, well, because the camera stopped for 1. And 2, because that was very short and I literally have no memory of writing that.
This one intrigues me.
Which one?
People watch her stories.
Oh no. These were ideas. I thought about doing a short story compilation when I was in Fukui. This was actually Fukui. And I would sit at the train station and watch people. But I only wrote titles. So I was bored.
It's okay.
So I have like the guitarist and his visor, because there was a guitarist who had a really
And
cool
his visor.
He had a really cool visor. I've got like the woman with the purple pumps. The man with the long white ponytail.
The young lady's walk of shame.
Yeah. Yep. Purple suitcase. The old lady in a kimono and a floral umbrella walking back and forth until she finally put the umbrella away. Yep.
I keep picking the ones that
are like nothing. They're all just ideas.
That's just how good
idea
I am.
pages.
Planet princesses.
Okay, that's a full thing. And it's bad. It's really bad.
Psychic frenzy. Questions for each girl.
Oh, that's for Planet Princesses. Because they all get interviewed.
Nice.
It's a very Sailor Moon one. It's like if Sailor Moon was a reality TV show. Yeah.
I got a lot of options to look through.
And they're all bad.
The mixed breed.
Oh, that's really bad. Oh, yeah.
Is that a good one?
It's a really bad one. I think this is the one where, this is also a very Fushigi story. Part of it happens at the Promenade.
Yes! That's
Westminster
awesome!
Promenade at AMC.
I love it.
Let me put you at that scene. So we have Rhiannon and Jedrick. Jedrick. Jedrek. Jedrick.
I think we should just make a big book of all the names you've
All the
created.
awful, terrible names I have created. Well, if it isn't the 3 Musketeers, or should I say, Mudketeers. Okay, so they just graduated high school.
Oh, Lord.
And they go to celebrate at a movie.
Mhm.
And Jedrick he knows Rhiannon's adopted by a... I just remembered this detail. It's so dumb. Because she was adopted by a, like, lotion company owner who's, like, super... It's like she was adopted by the owners of Bath and Body Works. Because the lotion will play a key role. I just remembered that. It's so bad. She has a charm bracelet that I used to have. It was technically an anklet, but I'm a big girl, and so I wore it as a bracelet. Nice. And that plays a role in this. She's adopted because she's not from this world. Yep, she's going to be our heir to Schmidt lotions and body fragrances. We're in the line for the movies.
We're at the old AMC. That's the thing. It's like, if you go to the Promenade now,
it's a different AMC.
It's not the place anymore. That was the place to hang out, yo. That every Friday night, Mom, Dad, can you drop us off at the Promenade? We would freeze our tushies off just to hang out at the Promenade. We're gonna start from here. Okay.
Oh, great. The Freak Club is here, Jedrick said. Jedrick looked over Rhiannon. He looked at her bracelet, then back up to her. They got in line with them. Wow, I never expected you to see a horror flick, Richard, one of the girls said. Oh, please, you're only here to try and score with Jedrick, Jen said. The girl blushed. At least I don't have to dress like a slut to try and get the attention of a guy, she said back.
Wow.
We're not trying to get attention, Rhi said. No, but you certainly will here, Jedrick said. Especially from little fanboys after anything they can grab. Even a cow like you. I got that insult before. That's projection right there. Suddenly, Jedrick found himself on the floor and with a red mark on his face. Rhi held her fist in the position of the fierce punch she gave him, showing her 8-ball tattoo. Oh yeah, she has a tattoo. 8-ball tattoo. Jedrick stared in awe of the tattoo, as if he had realized something. He got up and glared at her. She glared back. Riveting. When are you going to learn to think before you speak? Rhi said. When are you going to learn to keep your hands to yourself? Jedrick said. Suddenly the line began moving and they got inside the theater. The two groups were forced to sit together in the packed theater. Gee whiz, were they in a theater? Reel began for the previews of the movie. They sat patiently waiting for the movie to begin. Suddenly, the movie stopped and the theater went pitch black. The groups got up and looked around. Suddenly, they heard a man scream. Oh, this is like traumatic considering. Jedrick pulled her out of the theater and outside of the theater. Jedrick, what's going on? Rhi shouted. He suddenly stopped and pulled her behind a dumpster. Remember the ones on the side?
I do.
Remember those? Yeah, it's that exact one on the side of AMC. He covered her mouth. The men came around the corner and slowly looked for him. They huddled together behind the dumpster as the men passed them. He took his hand off her mouth and fiddled through his pocket. What's going on? Rhi whispered. Those men want to kill you. Why? I'll explain later. He got up and pulled her up. Suddenly, Jedrick was kicked in the head. A man stood on the dumpster. Rhi ducked a kick from him. She swung her purse at his leg and then punched it, making him fall on the dumpster. Jedrick got back up, as did the man. He pulled Rhi away from him to the parking lot. Hurry! Jedrick grabbed her arm around the waist, grabbed her around the waist and pulled out a gem. Wenther, he shouted, and light shot from the stone. Hold on. Rhi grabbed him around the neck, and he held her waist. The light suddenly surrounded them, and they disappeared. They found themselves soaring through a tunnel. I thought it said snoring. Soaring through a tunnel of light. Suddenly, they fell on the ground of a forest. Jedrick got up and helped her up. Ooh. And they traveled to the magical land of Wenther and find out that they are engaged to each other. That's why he saw the tattoo and knew that she's his fiance. You are my fiance.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Intriguing.
It's a wild ride for
one?
all 12 pages. Engaged to Jedrick, and suddenly he's nice and he loves her.
Isn't that nice?
That was great. I'm so glad I entertained you to sleep. So there you have it. What did you think of my old ass writing?
Your wit was always there.
Thank you. How bad was it though?
It's just,
It's really bad.
It's funny.
You can be honest. It's really
It's just
bad.
funny because I can see you.
Did you remember?
Furiously, like, writing, like,
Did you remember that they were in the
Yes.
theater? Because they're in the theater. Because they got out of the theater, but they were in the theater. And they were watching the movie in the theater, and then the movie was there in the theater.
Lots of theaters. I can visualize her back in the day, like, yes.
On my big-ass computer, on my really loud keyboard that my dad used to yell at me from the living room to stop typing so angrily. And I'm like, I'm not typing angry, I'm typing fast. And it's a loud keyboard. But he would literally tell me to shut up. And all I was doing was typing because it was a very loud keyboard and I type very fast.
It's not her that's making me tired. I'm just
We've had a long day. It's day 2 of the convention. We're tired. It's been a long day. Which one of the 3 stories was your favorite, though? You Are My Fiance. I have no idea yet. Oh, Kinesis plot. Mixed breed.
I would have to say, though, that actually the plot one for the kinetic
Oh, the
thing,
Kinesis one?
I thought that...
Like, I mean, it's just a plot. I could rework it, but I'm not going to.
I can really dig it, though. Like, because it's different. It's not just, like... It's not just supernatural. It's like a specific... like vector.
It's very Firestarter. It's very X-Men and Firestarter, and it's very Stranger Things now. It's all bad is what it is, and that's the point I'm trying to make.
I don't know. I thought that last one was like, I mean, with some editing, I think that could be a really cool story.
In the theater?
In the theater.
In the theater, it could be a cool story in the theater.
With some editing.
With some editing. It gets so much worse. So much worse. You don't even know. I remember. Because I really remember that one. It's so bad. There are so many like Japanese ones. Like, look at this. Ai no Nihon, Ayoku Samurai Ojo-sama Madison. We've got Ambika. We've got...
Part throws you off.
Because she's a foreigner living in Japan. It's blatant Sailor Moon. Blatant. Oh yeah, For You a Lie is in Japan. Fame and Love is in Japan. Gakuen Hente Korin. Yep. There's so many Japan ones because I really wanted to prove to everyone I was so smart about Japan. This is before I spoke Japanese, by the way. These are all Google Translate words.
Interesting.
And it was just I liked anime, and that's what that was. So bad.
We gotta all start somewhere.
We do, and that's this, like, I don't write like this anymore. FYI. Would you say I still write like that?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Oh. No, she's doing really good.
She's doing good. She could do better, but she's...
Not what I mean at all. I love her books, but she knows that.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
I love her books. I think they're so awesome.
Thanks.
Love the power behind them and the little things and the little quirks and the puns and the titles of the chapters are always very funny.
Thank you. I really love chapter titles. I really want to bring that back. Because nowadays it's always like just chapter 1,
chapter
2, 3, and I'm like, I need
chapter
titles because they're fun.
You did good, kid. I
you
enjoyed
go.
that one. Like, I straight up think we could make it into something, guys.
The Kinesis one?
Yes.
All right, vote. Do I write the Kinesis story? It's up to you. Like this video if you want me to write the Kinesis story. Dislike it if you don't.
You only have one
Don't
option.
forget to subscribe and find my books on Amazon. Ashport Archives.
They're also on
They're
Barnes
not
and
written
Noble.
like that. I promise you
What
there
is
is not
happening?
a single theater in those books. What is
My hair is like dying.
It's fun. It's like a weapon. Or a cat toy. We're so tired. If you have any further comments or questions, or if you want me to do this again, because I still have like 200 other stories that I wrote back in the day, put a number in the comments below and I will do this again. Maybe by myself, maybe with another guest. Who knows?
Sup?
We'll see what happens. Yep. And you can always reach me on Facebook, Tumblr, and Twitter. I'll see you next time, cuties.